Welcome back to the
Welcome
Dash
back.
Back. Episode number 25.
Mm-hmm.
25 episodes?
Yeah,
Keeps getting bigger.
it's only up from here, or so I'm told. I've been talking to some of the best analysts
Yeah,
that we
you are
have.
the numbers guy.
I'm a numbers guy, 25. It only
Mm-hmm.
gets bigger from here. Man, how you doing? How we feeling?
I'm doing all right, but I'm just going through everything that's happened, in
Right.
Rivals this past 2 weeks, and it's a weird amalgam of small events and updates to the game, and Dan and Coney talking about how much he hates floor hugging, and that's been pretty much what's happened. No majors, but we do have some interesting things to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about
Right.
is of course the La Reina Rumble happened
Okay.
this
Yeah. Yeah.
this sad
Yeah.
this
So
past
we're gonna.
Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Great
All
show
right.
match between the Waffle Man, whose birthday it was, and the one and only Mender Bug. I got the pleasure of commentating it alongside Kezup, and let's just say,
Let's just no. Let's just get it.
let's
Okay.
just
So I lost. Okay. I lost.
man,
All right.
no, but it
I
was
fucking
close.
lost. It that doesn't. That's what I was supposed to say, but then when you say it, it makes it feel
Yeah,
not good. So no, listen, I lost, but I legit almost came back on this shit. You can't
this
lie. I
was
almost came back here.
pretty. The last stock review was you damn near had
I
it.
was down 2-4, by the way.
True.
I was down 2-4. Um, that's the Menderbug, by the way. It's not, but like ledge dash through turnaround grab is I love it. I absolutely love it. This was so awesome. This was okay. I don't know how to say what I want to say without sounding like I'm coping. So I'm gonna do
Well,
it,
you just gotta say it.
and I'm just gonna be coping. But so my favorite thing in the world was what I love even more than winning and Rivals of
Mhm.
Aether 2, just decidedly more, is playing good rivals. Like sometimes you can tell when some shit's like a banger, man. Like and this was a banger. This was
This was a
really
great. We
fun.
got all 9 games. There was comebacks. There was self destructs. There was
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a bunch of it had everything.
it had pretty
We had
much
Church of the Bell in
everything you need.
chat.
The weird part. It was like some good ass rivals. I was missing wavelands, but I was hitting all my pivot down strongs. It was a
Hmm.
very
You
weird
were missing wall jumps,
feeling.
but you were hitting those pivot down strongs.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe so. I love playing some good rival. This was really important. Um, for me, it was our first time going to Hog, even though it's
Hmm.
in our region. It's still about two
It's a
hours
while.
away.
Yeah.
Um, so we haven't made the trip out before, but this was a great tournament. The main bracket went great. The show match was incredible. It made me feel really happy and really good about how I was playing and about our scene. Just something I needed. I've never really felt like every character in this game can be has is like full of bullshit. Like people
Hmm.
like just but you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
I know.
But what was that noise? But I never felt like that was like a problem for me. If anything, I thought it was like a strength of the game that every character could do it and every character can kind of compete with each other, and they're like bad matchups, but everything's winnable if you're good. Um,
Hmm.
but I just played like 15 heavies in a row on ranked, and I felt like so bad. Everything felt so impossible. And it was just so exhausting was the main thing. I was like, yeah, this is fine, but it's so tiring. And I felt really bad, and I was like, man, maybe I should take like a real break from this game for the first time. Um, and but it also kind of sucks because we're going to Let's Make Big
Yeah.
Moves this weekend. I had the show match the next day.
Hmm.
We booked our flights to Genesis already in our hotel, and that's like a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But then I went to this event, and I feel great again. I feel great, and yeah, it was awesome. Shout outs to the Waffle Man. Shout
Shout out to
out
the Waffle
Hog.
Man. Shout out
It was
Toma for
great.
getting everybody pizza.
Oh my
That he's
goodness,
you for that.
lifesaver, actual lifesaver. Toma
Truly.
with the pizza. Uh, Yeah, so I lost to the La Reina. I've been losing to them on ranked as well. I'm actually losing to them a lot, and she's bad. So I was like double wrong, where it was like I thought she was gonna be broken and I wasn't gonna lose, but
Uh-huh.
actually she's like kind of bad, and I was losing a lot. Um,
Wow.
but man, what a fun time it was! All that
Great,
losing,
great time.
it was great bundles of fun. Let's talk about this
Let's
patch
talk
that
about the
came
new
out yesterday.
patch. Yeah, we got a new patch, our January mid-month patch. This one we got some balance changes, but also, I mean, the flagship of all the mid-month patches is like the single epic skin, and this I think they did such a good job with this
Hmm,
Edalus skin. The I love the cage he puts you in when you get frozen.
it's fire.
All the like little effects, the visual and audio effects that he has is just so they did such a great job.
It's a good one. It's a pretty good one. I love the cage. I love the also I think he holds trophies he smashes together
Yeah, it's
in like
something like
his
that.
up strong or something. I couldn't get a crazy look. I didn't go frame by frame,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure. And all the camera work is awesome, and from the top rope is hilarious. And the critical effect is like, yeah, look at the trophy slam.
Mhm.
The critical effect is gonna be one of the better ones. I feel like. I think
Yeah.
it's just like the first one with like I like the warm colors. Everything else
Mhm.
is kind of dark. I feel like and nasty.
Yeah, I agree.
IMO. Not that they're not great. I love the wolf one, but
Mhm.
yeah,
And of course,
this is a good bundle.
if you're gonna buy the bundle, use code
Mm-hmm.
BARKUP right at the
Of
top of your
course.
screen there. Supports us a little bit, gets you some extra $10. We also got some new palettes, which they've continued to cook with. White Lorena. They also got a new palette from the Twitch Rivals, which you can still get the new
Mm-hmm.
Lorena palette, but just by watching Rivals on Twitch. Midnight Abyss, Absa this time. Seems like we get those every patch. And we also got icons for all the runners up of the workshop contest,
Oh,
which
that's
Lorena
nice.
won to be put in the game. And here's that palette I was talking about for Twitch Rivals. So we'll talk
It's
about
pretty
that in a little
crazy.
bit. I
It's
like
a good
it.
one.
We got some skins you can purchase for LMBM and Frosty Faustings. I still don't know how to say it.
I think it's Faustings.
Faustings. But they just for some
I
reason
think. Ugh,
they put it
well,
on Sunbear Edalus. You know, with the others, they do a lot of the sports theme skins, the basketball Rondo, the hockey Loxodont, the
yeah.
lovers Zetterburn. Put it on the Sunbear. Why not?
He doesn't
It's
have a sports
Frosty.
one though. I mean, what are you gonna do? Really?
We could
I mean, be
add a sports
honest.
one.
But just for Frosty,
Umpire
come on,
Edalus.
come on. That would be kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we talked about a full baseball collection
We
before.
yeah, we've talked about the fucking Dodgers
Like
ex rivals 2 collab. Yeah,
baseball or cane and the puddles of base and yeah, it'd be
and
pretty
he's the
cool.
ball,
And
and
he's the
yeah,
ball.
many such things.
All right, but we got a number of sort of I don't the quality of life slash controller options
Yeah.
slash baby mode settings, I guess you could call them.
Slash skillless loser
Slash,
settings
yeah.
because skill expression is dead. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
but
yeah, we'll take it. So first of all, they nerfed the amount of intangibility frames you get on parry, which I think is good. I definitely felt like it was pretty long. They only reduced it by 15, but I think that's nice because you can throw out these like laggy strong attacks and be fine afterwards. If you just like whiff. So this rewards people for being a little more patient, actually taking the time to get the hit, and then not have to worry about whiffing or whatever.
yeah, it's definitely something that like I this is one of I want to say the more substantial changes, and it's a great one because parrying isn't something that you see like absolutely every game.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's like a niche mechanic or anything, but it was just like 90 frames is I think it was 3 whole seconds, I believe, which just meant you could whiff and then be fine and like get a second try, which is crazy because like
I think it's a second and a half. I think it's 60 frames in a second. I think
right.
the
I
respawn
also thought
invincibility
that
is 3 seconds,
respawn invincibility is 3
I
seconds.
believe.
I swear to God,
I could be wrong,
That
but I'm pretty
parrying was
sure.
3 whole seconds. I should have fact checked. I just
Yeah.
in my head I was like, huh, I guess that 1 second is 30 frames, which is just like really stupid and kind of ignorant of me. But
It's okay.
um
We're here to learn.
the point it was a long ass time. Like it was very
Long ass
easy.
time.
People miss parry punishes all the time. Makes you feel like a chud, makes you feel like a loser. But it was way too forgiving. I sometimes I've whiffed like twice, and then my opponent will go to like counterattack or grab me, and I'll have like 5 frames of intangibility left, and I'll get away with it. And it was so insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great change. That's a great change.
Mm-hmm. Getting thrown now only restore a single double jump instead of all of them, which literally only affects Raster, which I think is a good change.
Mhm.
Sorry, Raster players, you got nerfed again. And while grabbed, all of your resources will be restored if the grabbing player is grounded at any point during the throw. I thought this was how it worked before. I thought if you got grabbed, while like by a grounded opponent, that you get all your, or even not grounded, I guess, you got all your resources back. But it's you weren't getting things that were like once per airtime, even if you like grab ledge, I guess, like Crag Pillar. So nice change to, because Crag needed more recovery options, I suppose. But it doesn't affect things like a lot of Lorena's throws or like Edalus up air, those hit and command grabs that you that take place off stage.
Mhm.
Now we got the baby mode settings. Now I'm being toxic, I'm being inflammatory on purpose, but there all these settings we got no air dodge in tumble, which means you'd have to like wiggle out and then air dodge, instead of it like just getting buffered like for a million years
Mhm.
when you are in hit stun. Suppress dash attack. This one seems really good. At this setting will prevent you from dash
Yeah.
attacking if you aren't holding forward. And it'll store the attack input until your dash ends, which is going to be such a nice thing. I'm turning that on immediately.
Yeah.
Roll setting, which can change how the game like reads your roll input. If it's going to be just one, like your left stick, your right stick, need both, or if you press like shield lock, 2 shield buttons can prevent you from rolling at all, which is interesting. And then I think the one that stood out to me the most was the wave dash assist, which this makes you wave dash if you're holding shield at the end of jump squat, allowing you to wave dash out of shield without releasing shield button. So you could just hold it down and wave
Mhm.
dash out of shield. How do you feel about all these new settings?
I think it's all pretty chill. I'm
Yeah.
not the type to say that skill expression is dead because of this, because of these changes. I feel like um, it's the wave dash assist. I think we'll have to wait to see. I just don't think it's gonna matter that
Yeah.
much. I think it's this weird thing. Okay, Rivals has this weird problem
Mm-hmm.
where people say the game's too easy, where they say things are too accessible. They say tech skill, like the game gives you ledge dashes, the game gives you wave dashes for free, lets you move around. Your dash dancing is super easy. There's no like window. Be like in your max in your initial dash, you can dash whenever. You can do shit out of dash, baby. Everything's very easy in this game,
Yeah.
relatively speaking to pretty much all other plot fighters. And I think there's a group of people that thinks that is bad because it lets worse brainless players do better than they like quote unquote deserve to do. And a lot of these same people don't engage very well with the anti-brainless defensive techniques of floor hugging. Um, and I'm just like noticing that it's a lot of those same people. I feel like, without naming names, which
Of
we
course.
will later.
No,
Um,
we wouldn't dare.
I think that the only thing in these changes that actually is confusing to me is the suppressed dash attack being a toggleable option, but also for raster. When we get to the raster, there's only one raster
Mm-hmm.
change, and it's that it when he's running, if you do a move with the C stick and you have it set to attack, it'll do a tilt and not a dash attack. And it's weird to me that you would add a toggleable setting and then for this one character make it
Yeah.
always
I
for like
honestly,
attack. It's just a little
I just
strange.
assumed it was just like a raster thing. I didn't understand, so I was like, yeah, sure.
No, it's pretty straightforward. It's just like, and I think he does benefit from it for sure. But I just also maybe I missed something when I read it the first time.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, but in terms of making things baby mode, um,
Well, I just want to
I,
say, I think Rivals has always one of its biggest strengths, in my opinion, is the lowered skill floor. The amount, like how good you need to be, especially when it comes to tech skill, to like actually start playing the game, getting value out of your character, what have you. It's been always made to be more accessible, and I think these settings just help to accomplish that in a way that does not in any way, I think, diminish the skill ceiling of the game, which I think is what people should be caring about when they're talking about skill expression, not about the inputs. I think that stuff is cool in a game like Melee, but this game has always, taken pride in being having it being easier to jump into. And I think it's been really good at that. I think they also all have a lot of like visual changes and stuff that they've done over the years with like SSDI with floor hugging to make things more clear. And in my head, this feels very similar. They just want to make it more accessible.
yeah, I'm thinking about the whole big picture. I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about Coney. It's like, huh. No, I don't need to think about Coney. We're not going to think
No,
about Coney. That's
we don't need
what I
to.
decided.
Switch
We
Switch
don't need to think
summarized all
about
my
Coney.
thoughts about Coney in his tweet.
Mm,
Um,
as did
but
Nerds.
guys, great news. Ranos, we heard they heard your cry, your pleas. Like, oh, why are we getting nerfed for the Crag? Don't worry, guys. They made F tilt 2 higher, so it won't whiff after F tilt 1. You're welcome.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's I don't know, bruh. Like
Sure.
Durai was laughing at this, but he wouldn't tell me why. So I don't know actually like what like I don't know. This means nothing to me. Like
Nope.
cool. Cool.
Maybe we had the raster
Yeah,
change.
here's the raster change. While dashing, the right stick will now perform tilts instead of dash attacks when set to attack. So you can get I wish I actually went in training mode and tested this out, but the way it's worded, it seems very clear that you can be in your run animation. Oh shit.
Mhm.
While dashing. I just imagined
Mm.
that it was during full run.
Yeah.
I guess it's only during
Okay.
dash then, which is actually a lot different.
Mhm.
It's still kind of the same thing as like suppressed dash attack though. It still
Yeah.
doesn't it's just what I actually like imagined in my head is a little different, but it's still like the same thing where I'm like it's a little strange to me to have it. I'm sure all the raster players love it, and as long as the raster players love it, then I'm sure everything's fine and
Yeah.
everything's great. But it just made very little sense to me. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Well, we got Fleet. You can now wall tech forward air. Great change. Maple wrapped opponents will now be prioritized before Terry, and marked wrapped teammates while tethering. Previously, it would be like it would go to opponents and hit stun first, then Terry, then I think teammates, something like that. Now wrapped opponents is before Terry. That's
Do
cool. And
you
get a special.
are you
Yeah,
able to tether to wrapped opponents?
I get. Yeah, you could. You know how like Elkies will sometimes when she gets a wrap with Lily will like throw another seed and then like will often just do like another attack. I guess you could if they were somehow seeded again. It's a very niche.
I don't really understand when the because if you're wrapping them, you're close enough to not need to tether in pretty much any scenario. This patch is boggling my brain. I don't understand what
I think
any of this
it's a
is.
very niche scenario, but I think it makes sense to have it be like that.
Okay.
And then you can't kill yourself with get up special if your opponent's shielding you on the ledge
No.
anymore. It was so
That was
funny,
so
but
funny.
you just kind of stop moving after a little bit now.
Cool. That was really
Laren
fucking
got some
funny.
changes. Up special multi hits now have 3 distinct knockback angles. Force tumble. The inner
Yes.
hitbox has highest priority since at 70 degrees. The middle hitbox 90, outer 105. Less likely for opponents to fall out before the finisher hits, making it overall a bit safer to use. And up special late hit multi hit knockback, late multi hit knockback. Base knockback from 7 to 8.
Yeah.
Orcane, they made his bubbles spawn in a wider area for characters that are thin and thinner areas for wide characters, which is
It's
chill,
very
I
funny.
guess.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
silly, just like as
it
a
just
concept.
makes it so it just makes it more reliable when you up throw some of the smaller characters, and then like it makes it more escapable for the big ones.
Yeah.
So it like makes
Yeah.
sense. It's just a little interesting to have these per character interactions.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's gonna matter too much.
I
It'll be a
love it.
little. It'll
It
be
was
a nice
like
quality of life for the Orcanes and the heavies being upthrown by Orcanes.
yeah, it was something I saw like, if you ever seen, Orcane, like, up throw in Olympia at 0, and
Yeah,
then the Olympia's, like, on the ground, like, before, like, the 3rd bubble comes out. It's
yeah.
so funny. But it was like, though, it was a big thing for Orcane players, just like this, it just shouldn't the throw should probably work, and they were
It
like,
should.
okay,
Yeah.
the throw should probably work, and they
hmm
implemented this. That's cool. That's cool.
Dash attack, jump cancel can now air dodge if it hits any object, not just a player. That doesn't include shields. So like fucking Crag Rock, Galvin Drill,
Chair.
Lorena Chair probably now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ice Armor will now be removed at the end of hit pause instead of immediately when Endless is hit. Cool. And then we got bug fix for Absa. Who cares? Lorena got
Oh,
some love in this patch.
she got some juice. A little bit of juice.
A nice one, I think, to start off. Chair will climb walls faster when using that neutral special to recall it, which is pretty cool. Like if you sent it like neutral B to try to hit someone off stage with it, then you want to bring it back. It would kind of like take forever because it would
Yeah.
get all real slow on the wall. This is really nice. Up special's arm is now intangible during the active frames and the first 5 recovery frames, so she can. This up special, I think, it feels kind of weird in recovery. Where
So?
or like I guess not where whenever you're just below somebody, I suppose. I felt like there's been a lot of interactions where it like grabs them. It didn't maybe necessarily look like it. Other times where like you just get hit with it by or when using it. So I think this will serve to clean up that second bit. But
yeah, it already felt like a pretty unwise thing to try to contest. Like I feel like I would misstep edge guards a lot and just get grabbed in situations where I thought I was like throwing out a move, but I guess I mistimed it. And now this intangibility just makes it even harder to contest. Let's Lorena's gives Lorena's a little more grace when they're using their up B as their last thing to recover, I guess, which is pretty bad, all things considered. But
it is.
It's gonna be good. We're gonna feel these because I feel like up B is like the way for Lorena, like kill confirms. I think it's her most reliable way of getting kills is getting those like down tilt DIN up Bs, getting the up tilt up Bs, stuff like that. Even down air up B is a awesome, very awesome thing, but it's a little bit more easy to DI once you get out of the things. So not a lot of DI changes, and as far as the Lorena buffs went, mostly just like down here juicing up the numbers.
Yeah. So all of her like area or throws, I guess, basically her command grabs have some armor, so like the big startup matters a little bit less in doubles. Otherwise, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
And then we just got some damage increases kind of across the board, most notably to up air, which had its damage increase from 6 to 11. The other one's a bit smaller, just 2 or 1. That makes sense. A lot of people were talking about how up air was pretty bad, how it didn't really do enough percent, and they also increased the knockback scaling of it to hopefully have it kill more, which I think was the right direction to go with the move.
Yeah, I'm thinking about up air. Yeah, up air generally a pretty bad move. Some would say the worst in the game. I think that's a little. I think the dude, not that this is really the time or place to talk about worst move in the game, but did everyone collectively have amnesia about Forsburn F tilt? Like people were calling Morena like the worst, but it's at least it like gets you and then like and throws you. I don't know.
Mhm.
I was just like if I felt
No,
insane when everyone
but
was talking
Forsberg
about it.
forward tilt puts down smoke, so
Oh, right. That's super cool.
it's
It's
pretty
just like
good.
how Edelus F tilt is good because it puts down ice and no other reason.
Exactly, you get it.
Exactly. But I was looking at these numbers. I think the Upstrong damage buff will be pretty good. All the damage buffs will be pretty good. But I was thinking, I
Yeah.
think Upstrong is a big like. Have you ever gotten hit by some like at low percent like down air Upstrong like some Zetterburn shit
Mhm.
as like a low percent bread and butter? That's juiced up. That's doing 26 instead of 22 now. That's
Yeah.
nice. Um, yeah, man. I think that the there's some good things like as far as angle changes, pretty much just the down air angle change,
Mhm.
which leaves them slightly closer. It's going to be make it lend it a little bit better to like that down air up B I was talking about, which I think is like one of her best ways of killing is just with up B in general.
Yeah.
Um, she is a scary character. She does proper heavy character damage now on a
Yeah.
lot of these moves and
Well, maybe not.
yeah.
She does maybe the amount of damage a heavy should do now. I think the other ones still
Yeah.
do quite a bit more. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. She does
It's just
these are gonna
the
be good
fact that it's
buffs.
all of them across the board.
Yeah.
Pretty much
It
like
should be pretty good.
all the good moves, they were like, all right, we juiced them up a little bit.
Mhm.
And I think it's gonna be great. Definitely buffs. She might still be the
Definitely
worst character
buffs.
in the game. It's highly possible. It's likely, maybe.
It's possible. I don't know. I got a bottom 4 maybe, but bottom 5, but I don't know which is the worst. Might be
Yeah, she's
might
probably
be
gonna continue
faster.
to be pretty bad unless they make her grab worth inputting. You know,
Yeah.
I think until then, she's probably gonna be not very great.
Yeah.
Not that she likes. It's just grab is like your fast deal with shield option. It's like she can deal with shield. Things like side B are maybe great in the tech chase, great for calling out shield. That's the Incineroar classic. The strong attacks as well, great for dealing with shield. But none of them they're just not frame 6. You know,
Yeah.
so she's better. I don't think she's
She's
gonna
definitely
win
better.
Genesis, but
No, I don't think so either.
we'll see.
Unfortunately. We'll have to see.
Hashtag we'll see. Yeah.
Beastly,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know.
All right.
All
What's
right, so
next?
that does it for the patch. Smaller than last time, but still some noteworthy changes. We also had Dan uploading a sort of Aether Studios uh, blog here, recapping the 2025 year. I think a little bit of 2024 too, but was very transparent. Shared a lot of details about the internals of the studio, what their goals were, how some of the things fell short, how they exceeded some of their goals. And I would highly recommend reading through all of this. I also think Last Stock did a video going through it. You could check
Yeah.
that out as well. But there was a couple things that stood out to me. He talked about how they that putting out the like monthly events with 4 new skins, not even including champions or any of the new palettes, was maybe like a bit ambitious of them. They did it. I mean, I feel like I've said that probably on the show where it's like I was always so impressed by how they like keep pushing out these quality skins every single month. Um, and I think they are going to be tuning that down a little bit at the end of the year, or sorry, for this year.
Yeah.
They also talked about, the casual appeal of the game, how that's something um, that they want to put a bit more of a focus on, which makes a lot of sense. It was very much this last year was a lot of them focusing on the competitive side because that's where the core of the audience is. And we got some other cool details for new updates, what they plan to do in the future, like 4 characters this year, but maybe they tune it down next year. And then in some sad news, they talked about how they had to let a number of people go from the team, including some of their character, like 3D and 2D artists. I think they said it somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So there's a couple main things here that I think are worth talking about.
mhm.
One thing I want to say, if I'm just to talk sort of like top of my head, what's going, I think they did a really great job. Dan talks about how they realized their financial situation, and then like after the game's launch, and the concurrent player count generally on a downward trend, coming back up when some characters released and with some major updates and whatnot, but on the whole sort of slowly bleeding out. um Realizing that they had to, like what Dan said, is make a move while the iron was hot and while they had the
Mhm.
resources, I think is a great move. And it talks about pretty much the two things that we can look forward to, I guess, save the game, or keep it going, keep things going on the schedule that we're kind of used to, at the rate we're kind of used to. And that is the update later this year. We don't know exactly when, but there's going to be an update later this year to add items and casual stages to the game. And I'm super excited for this.
Yeah.
It's going to be all throwable items, which I think is like fine. No battery items like the baseball bat or like that sword that makes the wind or something. But
Mhm.
I think it'll be great. Nevertheless, casual stages, I'm really excited. That looks like a really
That's
fun
gonna be
casual
so
stage where it's
fun.
like F-Zero vibe with cars coming in, except it's
Mhm.
crags rolling down the rock wall.
Mhm.
Um, I think
Or
it'll be
any
great.
wall runner, not just
Yeah,
Crag. We gotta be
yeah,
inclusive here.
yeah. I think that's gonna be a great thing. I'm excited. This has always been a game, or not. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Since the game came out, this has been a game for sweats. I've seen a lot of people
Yes.
throw that out as like something, a negative for the game, and overall, it definitely is a negative. Um, it's hard for me to think about it so harshly because I am a sweat. Um,
Mhm.
like I'm such a fucking competitive gamer, adrenaline junkie. Improvement is my sleep and shit. It's like, so I could never relate, but I understand, like, logically, of course, like if you don't want to, which is most people on the earth, like put in that grind, put in the hours, learn the intricacies of the game and
Learn how to
whatnot,
floor hug.
learn how to floor hug, then the game doesn't have anything to offer for
No.
you right now, not really. And I want to say, I think that it's been getting better with a lot of the later characters. I think Galvin and La Reina are so
So
fun.
fun.
Like, even like that's something that our friend, our great friend, F Pawn Pusher, who doesn't like grind the game but knows how to play competitively, and overall just likes gaming as a thing to do, said, yeah, this game doesn't have Ganondorf dittos, which is a tried and true pastime of pretty much all Smash games, specifically 4 and Ultimate, is just like ripping Ganondorf dittos over and over and over. And I don't know how to else to really explain it, because I know you haven't played those games, but
No.
Galvin and La Reina are very, very close to capturing that feeling of just ripping Ganondorf dittos. Like, when Galvin dropped, we pretty much only ran Galvin dittos for like
Yeah, for like a
3 weeks.
month.
It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like, because it's so fun. So
So
I want to say that the characters are trending in that direction. That's just something I've definitely noticed. In terms of game modes, this is going to be a big one. And the second thing that's going to be big about it is workshop, which is
Yeah.
something that they went out of their way. They outsourced, put a lot of money,
Hmm.
a lot of resources outsourced so that they could develop the workshop beta alongside development of the actual game as we know it. Um, that said, they've run out of finances for the outsource, and
Hmm.
now the workshop development process will be put on the backs of the Aether Studios team.
I think that's a good approach from them though, because they were able to
Yeah, I
continue to
think it was
focus on the
great.
like development of the main game while this was happening essentially like in the background. I'm sure they still had their involvement. And now that it's like in a playable state for the most part,
Yeah,
and maybe not even for the most part, but no, that it's technically playable. They are able to. They don't need to devote so many resources to it, and they can have it going within the team itself. And I think we're talking about items and um the casual stages. I think are going to both be great to make the game like more inviting for new players who aren't like just in competitive, like something that you could like just boot up with maybe your friends that have played Smash before, but like and that never really competitively gives you something to do. But Workshop for Rivals has always been where the money was made, where the
yeah.
bread is buttered. Um, like you're saying, we're very much the competitive side of things. That's kind of the point of the show and channel. But it's Workshop's fun. Workshop's great, and
Man.
it's what brings the people in.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be even more so in this game than R1 for a couple
Mhm.
reasons. I think that Rivals, first of all, Rivals 2 just has more players, just like full stop. It is more popular than R1 was. And I think that getting Workshop in will be great. Second thing, I think the engine runs so much more similarly to Smash titles, that you're gonna have that audience, you're gonna have
Yeah.
that niche. It's like you can do awesome cool things in R1, but it still doesn't have shields or ledges or grabs. Um
Mhm.
and I think that this game, this engine just having those things, I want to say it's a big difference for me. I love having a shield and having a grab.
I think it's a
Um
big difference for like most people that have played
yeah,
Smash Brothers at all in their life, and as even
absolutely.
just having it be like 3D, and I think like a better clarity than Rivals One
Yeah,
had. It's just gonna add a lot.
it absolutely will. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be super fun to play. Um The problem being they Dan said he thinks it's gonna take a little longer for it to have as big of an impact, um, due to mainly it's gonna take longer for people to get their
Yeah.
original characters in here. It's kind of like a double-edged sword where it's like you can get free 3D models of most
Hmm.
existing characters like in the world.
Yeah.
Um, However, like having to sculpt a 3D model and rig and animate like your original character is a lot more difficult than doing sprite work.
I was talking to Tom about this at the La Arena Rumble,
Mhm.
and he was saying like each character needs. So he made alongside some others made Smithy.
Yeah.
Um, it's like I think it was 90 or 80 unique animations you need for each character. And
Mhm.
like having that be in 3D, I think it adds a lot of work, even when you do have the pre-existing models. But I think it's only a matter of time before people start coming out with some really cool things. Once the workshop beta becomes more playable, they fix the bugs, that sort of thing. But it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I think it's going to be obviously going to be fantastic for the game, and I hope it brings more people into the main game, the competitive side of things too.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think that it is gonna take some time to see that impact, especially because it's in beta. They said that their plan is to get it accessible in the main branch. Right now, you have to opt
Yeah.
into a beta to play it, but they want to get it accessible in the main branch by the end of the year. And if they can do that, I think that would be a fantastic thing. There's In terms of like the actual workshop contents themselves right now, I will say Armando is like the most fun I've ever had playing a video game. Like he is so ridiculously broken and also hilarious just as a concept. That's really fun. Smithy's really cool playing Shovel Knight without some of the Shovel Knight quirks like the shop and the anchor and whatnot, but nevertheless having that toolkit is great. There's the Fight Cat being out already.
Is so cool.
Super cool. Claren without a sword. Got some like a lot of reused animations. I think it was a great exercise in implementing that sort of thing. As well as some like really creative, really cool attacks. I love her up strong. I think it's like Olympia up throw animation with like a tipper on the fist. And I don't know, it's so cool. I love it a lot. We've got some really talented people still working on their stuff. There's tutorials up already. C#. Is it C#? I think it's C#. Or is it C major 7? Whoever the creator of HDR is also working on some stuff. Gave Armando Steve Block and Spin Dash, the pretty unanimous 2 best moves in Smash Ultimate. So that's gonna be great. I hope C# like puts some time into like a character or developing certain things, because they are an amazing talent and an amazing creative mind when it comes to what they've done in platform fight modding. So I'm hopeful, honestly. I know I've seen actually like other like devs for other games like the combo devils devs being like, we're gonna put our road characters in Rivals 2 now, I guess, which is cool. So I'm super hopeful. It was a main selling point for Workshop. For Rivals 1, and I have no doubt that it will continue to be a casual draw, especially once things are more implemented, a little less buggy. Because man, is it fucking buggy right now, man.
It's haven't really gotten to play against people in Workshop yet
because it just keeps crashing.
Yeah.
I played a little bit. It was so fun. Armando was so fun. When he dropped, I played with our buddy Lucas. Shout out, first appearance on the Wrong Tree channel. And I wasn't planning on making a video, but as soon as he dropped, we just played for like an hour and a half, and I'd clipped like 30 different things, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna make a video about it. So that's great. What are you doing? I'm working on my 4th video of the month, by the way, and your ass is
I was gonna make the last one. You were like, no, I want to do it.
I did ask to do it. Yeah.
So I've been busy.
All right,
but enough about that.
Right.
About that, because we had, speaking of casual appeal, we had Twitch Rivals just yesterday, where they played the crew battle mode with 4 players. How many teams were there? They were,
I think 6.
6 teams. That sounds right. Yeah. 6 teams of 4. And somehow, some way, Ludwig was able to win. And by somehow, some way, I mean because of Plup.
Yeah.
But he did actually carry his weight. I rewatched the grand finals just earlier because I didn't watch it live, and he learned how to recover. It's a miracle. I know he was like sick during Wisely
He also
Wars,
learned how to
but
ledge
it was
stall.
so bad. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, he's a plumber though.
He made it, and this was another very fun event to watch, similar to Wisely Wars. I think it was so cool that they did the crew battle game mode. That's one of maybe my favorite way of playing the game is the crew battle. It's tough to get people for it, but hopefully when more people start playing this game, some people will maybe check it out. There was a lot of people watching this live. It was really cool to watch.
It really was. It really was a lot of new eyes. Like I think you're right. The crew battle format is an exceptional format for this, where you have like the bigger streamers who have less experience and are worse at the game, like Saikuno, like Feinberg, going first, and then they watch the rest of the game, where we have our professional, our elite level players, some of the best that the game has to offer, like Plup and Void
and Armada
and Armada. man, Ludwig's cleaning up in this grand finals. What the hell?
Yeah,
But
he did work.
it was great. It was so fucking. It actually gave me a headache switching between all the POVs and just like I was freaking out because I was in Feinberg's stream for a lot of it. Because I really love Minecraft. I really love Minecraft speedrunning, and Feinberg is the best Minecraft player of all time. Like, it's not really a close debate. And I'm watching him play my character, Claren, and just fucking dash around and like push buttons, and he's grinding out ranked, and he's in bronze, and he matches against a Rano, and he's like, I've never seen this guy before. And I was like, yeah, it's so funny. Everyone, I'm the only person in the whole chat room who's ever played Rivals, and everyone is in the chat asking what the number next to the character means. And I'm like, oh, so it's like percent, and it's like knockback. The more you get hit, it goes up. And they go, oh, so it's like Smash Bros. I'm like, yeah, it's like Smash Bros. And the whole thing was very like, it was frankly overstimulating for me, but I think a great event nevertheless. There were some clutch things. Can you pull up my awesome tweet? Or,
yes.
Is that in the cards? Because like, just like, oh man, it's the moments that we live for. I posted, I was actually screaming watching this clip, this crew battle from the grave, Orcane bubble assist to help Zane take out stands. It was so funny.
Oh, I can't!
Oh, because the timing is so.
I waited until he was going in my
I didn't think you could tell.
Jesus!
It was so fire.
Awesome.
It was so cool because I heard him like in very real time be like, my puddle's still there. Wait, what can I do about this? And then he downbeat at the perfect time as Zane decided to back throw, which was probably not a great throw to do in that situation, and then killed him off it. It was so insane. He was like, God bless America.
God bless. I think it was also cool to see some of the creators that played in Wisely Wars show up to this. One of them being Frost Prime, who was playing Raster at Wisely Wars, but then Orcane in Twitch Rivals. It is cool to see that people are sticking with it. We talked a little bit about that in the last episode too, with players like Dad is Hack. Murph has been playing and often in like Beastly's chat. It's been sick.
Yeah, a lot of returning players as well. Like Zane hasn't really played very much at all since launch, and it very much showed in the gameplay. But
Cody was getting coached by Zeke the day before, even though they weren't on the same team.
What was Zane getting coached? I thought that was Cody. Were they both getting coached?
Oh, maybe
Cody.
Yeah, Cody did. Is what
I said. Zane.
I said Cody. Aren't those the two twins in the hotel?
Wait, can we run that back? That and he saves another one. You've done it again, Garrett. You're truly exceptional.
Thank you.
Fucking yeah. No, it was great. Void said that he hasn't really played the past few months, but for the past couple weeks, has been grinding doubles because he's entering doubles at Genesis. I don't know with who, but that'll be cool. I expect them to go quite far. Man, it was just great. I think it was great for the game. Just to get eyes on it. And the timing was a little weird. It's just always better to do it than to not. But it was like, okay, there's no free weekend. Also, the casual updates aren't out yet. That's something I realized watching Feinberg is like, this cannot be your first platform fighter. This cannot be like your first fighting game. Even it's such a rough one because everything's so easy. The people that like obviously have experience are going to have a leg up, but if you don't know how to like,
you just need to play the tutorial. You need a week and you need to play the tutorials.
You need to
and
play
like a
the
lot of
tutorials
players
are
didn't
really
do that.
good.
Sykkuno was doing
really
that
good.
like while during or like in between the breaks between their matches. He would pop open the tutorials in game, and those are really good. And
that's actually true. Yeah, that's actually true, dude. Because someone in Feinberg's chat was asking like, hey, for all people who play this game, what is Feinberg doing wrong exactly? And I was like trying to type up a response, and I was like, it's just tough when if you've never played if you never played like
You
a
need so much
controller game,
context. Yeah.
like getting a hold of the movement like conceptually is really hard. Like we work with fine margins, we work with frames and pixels and shit, and like very like tight percent thresholds, and like getting your mind around all of that is conceptually very difficult at first. So it just made me really think that like, wow, it is true that this game, one of its strengths is that it's pulling audiences from all the different platform fighters. But if
Mhm.
you don't have experience in fighting games or in those platform fighters, it can be really hard to get into, which is something I hadn't really
Yeah.
thought about too much. I thought about it a little, but not really as much as I did watching Feinberg play Claren. So that
Indeed.
was great. Yeah, but it was good. It was
Okay.
a fun event. Super fun.
Well, I want to send us to a break because I need some more water. When we
Okay.
get back, we're going to talk about a number of smaller events that have been happening. The Zeeklies and
Mhm.
players you gotta be keeping an eye out for, especially one of them's going to be at LMBM, maybe at Genesis. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll be right back talking about all that stuff. We're going right back to it.
Yay! Tournament time. Tournament time. Time for the
Tournament
real
time.
sweaty stuff. Real sweaty stuff.
It's
here.
time to get sweaty. I don't like this. I don't.
Okay.
I'm just not. I just don't like that.
Get ready to glisten. Okay.
That's better.
Yeah. Well, so do you want to kind of go? It's weird because there's a couple of smaller events. We can't really go, or it would be unwise to go event by event. You want to go player by player?
Whoa.
Because there's some players we got to talk about.
I want to talk. Okay, I want to talk about. I guess 2 players.
Okay.
I want to start. I want to talk about.
Can I guess? Can I guess?
Yes, I think you're gonna be right.
Where's my camera? Animal
Yep.
and Durai.
Those are the two I want to talk about because they both had really good performances at these last two Zeeklies. Animal won the last minute Zeekly, which was 2 Sundays ago over Landon, but had a really dominant win over Sophie, which I think I was most impressed by in the bracket. Also beat up Maya. And then the next week, he got second place to Durai, who had an insane set against Sophie the week previous with game 5. And here, Durai had some great wins 3-2 over Ant, over Torna, over Sapphire.
Who went
and
really
then
far. Torna did really well at this.
Torna
Zeekly
did
as well.
great, yeah.
Mhm.
Coming in fourth.
Mhm.
Animal got 3-2 over Sapphire, and then a really sick at grand finals. And Durai was just he was hitting. He actually, I'm just actually gonna pull up his Twitter because he hit like a bunch of clips.
Yeah, that's a good
in
idea.
in the Zeekly that I just kept tweeting them, which is great. But Animal looked like basically unstoppable the week before, and then Durai showed up and proved to us how to beat him. It was sick.
It's so sick. Durai's so sick. I've thought Durai was so sick for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's
since
R1,
right? Well, yeah, obviously.
But
like
also,
in this game,
yes,
remember that cake assault set at Genesis where he got 3-0'd, but it was like what?
I could never forget it. It was, oh my god, it was so tragic. He should have fucking he could have done it. And I was like, damn, he could do it. And then he had a pretty honestly a pretty quiet summer. But in this last fall and winter has been doing really well at the hop-ons and really really well just overall at tournaments like this. And it's so cool because come on, bro, come on, what are we fucking talking about? Dude, he's really sick. He's really sick. He's up there. Made me believe that Rano is like the sickest character.
Probably the best Rano right now. We'll have to see how Dia shows up at Genesis, but I think otherwise, safe to say.
The toothbrush eraser is crazy.
Sorry. I say love the prince.
Hey, it's all love. Yeah. It's all love. No,
Durai's cooking.
Durai is on another level of cooking these past few weeks. So I have high hopes. But as well as Durai, the stylish king, absolutely great. Monstrous when he gets going, but Animal post Edelis nerf is it's heinous, it's evil, it's demonic. Absolutely everything that he's doing. I want to
actually get the start of this game 3. He got a reverse 3-0 over Ant.
Yeah, I watched this today.
The Rockwall game was just like it was so fast.
It was speedy.
He's crazy. He's so good. Definitely the best Edelis we've got right now. He's gonna be at LMBM, which is gonna be sick. I think he could go on a run.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
True.
The preview. I want to see like the bracket and like the seeding because it's tough. I want to say he could win the whole thing. He straight up could, like straight up, he could just beat everyone.
Hake's been playing RuneScape. I think I'd love to see him play against Beastly.
Yeah, that would be great. I think that he would win pretty easily, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think so. Streets are saying it's like at least +1 for Edelis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like these two. I think you gotta be looking out for them. They're like, I mean, the people should know Durai,
right?
People should know Animal, but sometimes the people don't know. And like the layman, the people going to LMBM and Genesis for the other games aren't gonna recognize the names necessarily. But these two, they're gonna. I think I have high expectations.
I agree 100%. I think Animal's gonna do really well, and I don't know what he's seeded. He probably isn't seeded as high as he should be in terms of like people he can beat and whatnot. Spargo's seeded really high. I remember Spargo's like 5th seed or something. And I watched him play Twitch Rivals. He's like, yeah, I haven't played this game since August. I heard Clarence bad now, and I was like, yeah, pretty much. But Animal, I expect to do really, really well. I feel like there's not many. I think he has really good matchups into most of the best players. Like we said,
Yeah.
we had a conversation actually. Actually, that's more LMBM preview. I was going to talk about like the
Okay.
people who we said were going to win, but let me save that thought for the proper preview.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Afterburner? Elkies
Yeah,
Lorena?
let's talk about Afterburner. It wasn't even just Elkies Lorena. We also had Beastly Lorena. But
Mhm.
but before we get into that, I want to talk about the Beastly Sophie matchup, because last episode we talked about how much we love watching these two play,
It's
and
great.
they get to see them both here in winners finals and grand finals. But Sophie took winners finals 3-0 over Beastly, and it was she looked so good. Her punish was even cleaner than normal, and she was like not giving in to the her instincts to just run in as much. Like you see Beastly in the corner, she'll eventually like poke in, but then it's actually her to get the whiff punish onto Beastly. A lot of good gate adaptations, along with some really, really clean play that led her to this 3-0, and then Beastly ultimately switching to Lorena in grand finals. But we also saw Elkies on the Lorena for most of this, played between when the matchups were a little unfavorable. But she was playing a ton of workshop Lorena anytime there was like rivals one
Yeah.
workshop at an event. But she plays this just like she plays the Maple Men. You just replace F Strong with side B, and that's how she plays. It's hilarious and is working out
Yeah, like
pretty well. That like step back she takes, like akin to like a Zetterburn F Strong, it's like it catches people a lot.
Dude. Yeah, I'm wondering do we know how actually committed she is? Because the fact that like going Maple she went Maple against Beastly, right?
But yeah, lost game
For-
1 with Lorena,
yes.
switched to Maple for the remaining 4 games.
So that says to me that she cared
She
about
said-
winning the set.
Mhm.
And
She says she's not planning on being solo Lorena yet.
solo Lorena.
In
Okay.
context of Genesis.
But is it going to be a serious dual main?
I don't. Well, first of all, I don't know if anything Elkies does is serious. Second of
Right.
all,
Good point.
I think she's like I think so.
Okay.
That's what it
That's
seems like.
good. That's good. You're right. Nothing she does is really serious, other than when she gets that yo-yo
She's-
dancing. You know what I mean?
She's seriously good.
Yeah,
for sure.
seriously, a talented player. Man, I'm watching her just throw out F Strong.
Yeah.
Is so crazy. She did not replace F Strong with side B. She just added
No,
side
you're
B to the
true.
vocabulary. It's good. I hope that we get like a decent Lorena top 32 performance at Genesis or at LMBM, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
I think
Actually, Nurse will do it.
I think Nurse will do it. True.
Nurse will get top 32 at both of those events.
I think
never fear.
genuinely think Beastly could do it, but there's just no reason for him not to play Zetterburn. Like I really like watching his Lorena. It's pretty clean. He's been putting like a good amount of time into it. He was playing her like all day today on stream. Got her into Ethereum, I think. So
Mhm.
it's been. I think he's really clean with it. Definitely, the character's not strong. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but she's got enough, especially with recent buffs, that like we might see some players compelled enough to take her on full time. But it might take a little bit longer than like Galvin, for example, where Mystery Soul was just immediately on there.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely weird because like I think a lot of people who are switching to Lorena are like other heavy players, like a lot of Crag players. But I think all the like best Crag players, like why if Ion goes Lorena at any of these majors, that's like textbook throwing. Like you type in throwing into Google and it shows up. Like the VOD shows up. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little rough. It's a little rough for her. I don't think we're going to be getting those performances. I think largely the Lorenas are like for fun / meme counter picks at the moment. Not that
Mhm.
she isn't incapable of doing it, but it's
Yeah.
just like kind of not realistic right now if you're trying to seriously win like a tournament. I don't know, which is like sad to say. But
Mhm.
I'm not even like super doomer on her. It's just like don't
It's
switch
she
off
it's
Crag to
difficult.
play
Yeah, don't
Lorena.
switch off
Like,
Crag or Zetter.
you know?
Like, you're only allowed to switch if you were playing, like, Rado or Raster. Like, that's
and
the only
none of the
ones.
Rondo or Raster players are playing Lorena.
No.
So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I will, we'll
Maybe
see.
Human Lime,
Maybe Human Lime. We'll see. I don't
but
even
he
know
plays
who
everybody.
the best goddamn Lorena players are being right, who they are right now. I couldn't name you someone
No.
who is like dedicated to the character like
I don't think
competitively.
so.
Which
Yeah.
speaks to how fun she is, I think, maybe, and also how not great that she is in the meta right now.
For
So
sure. All
cool.
right. What else did we have?
We could talk about, did you have a segment for Rivals Uncaged? Because I watched that.
I couldn't get the VOD for it.
Interesting. Okay. I could,
But
so
okay.
I don't know about that, but it was just like it was kind of low key. It was kind of a lot of like people you would see regularly at Fusion, and
Pulling up
also
the
Sandstorm.
PA.
And Sandstorm looked really good, and it made me really quite happy. Because last time we saw Sandstorm, he got 3-1'd by Phantom, who then DQ'd. And that was not great for the GOAT. That was not great PR for the GOAT Sandstorm. But this was a very solid, very confident win over some like really, really good players. Sandstorm getting first, getting third, or second rather. And it was cool. I haven't gotten to see Archangel play in a while. So it was great to catch some Archangel VODs. Yeah, Toothbrush had some nice matches as well. Aubrey was there. It was a fun tournament, just like had that tri-state flavoring, but also the GOAT Sandstorm was there taking charge, taking control.
Yeah.
So it was great. Yeah, I have nothing really else to add other than it happened. It was really fun to watch, and I love Sandstorm, and I hope he does really well at the upcoming tournaments.
Cool. We also had the Hop On Invitational, with some of the top performers from PNW over like the course of Hop On, which Mystery Soul was able to close out over Sawstep with the Galvin. For the most part, I think it was the first set. Oh no, wait, you switched back? I thought he went all Galvin.
The fleet came out in grands, I think you said.
Yeah,
but other than that, I believe it was all Galvin.
That sounds right, because I think earlier, yeah, the Galvin was for the most part. So close it out in the fleet, ditto.
Oh, this is the awesome clip. Wait, yes.
Let's the reaction.
Yeah,
live Sawstep reaction.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the set, and I was like, that's awesome. So cool.
Yeah, Mystery Soul, but a clear favorite. I think a good performance from Sawstep, because Maya's been very much on the rise. Won a couple hop-ons now at this point. So good stuff from everybody there. And then the last one was Sunset Melee, a regional over here in Massachusetts. We had the pleasure of commentating. B-Bats was able to take this over Ron Gunstrew in a reset. There were some sick games here. Rungunju Shadowhawk.
Yeah, Rungunju Shadowhawk was fire. It was so good. I'm so like over the moon happy that we got to commentate a set like that.
Yeah.
Like it was so cool. I realized upon reviewing that I definitely should have been way more New England biased than I was, which I definitely should have been.
You're in a tough spot.
Hashtag, I'm sorry, New England. I let you all down, and I'm the reason that Shadowhawk got reverse 3-0'd. But yeah, I mean, dude, Billy Bats, he is like that guy. He's like that. He is like that. as soon as he hit in his first set, he hit 3 of the what does it even
Chimes.
have an official name?
Wind chime.
Wind chime. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Hit 3 of them on an opponent and then like made a crazy recovery and just like played some really good rivals, man.
There's
some
great
really good
His
rivals.
punish was sick. Yeah, he was the favorite, but Ranganshu took it to the reset. I mean, 2 phenomenal players we got in our grand finals. It was really great to see.
Yeah, I opened up our like commentary block talking about how New England feels kind of behind in rivals compared to a lot of the it's not the strongest region. But I'm really there were some really like Shadowhawk had a really insanely close set with Ranganshu, and Torna had like a really competitive set with BBats as well, I thought.
Yeah.
And so it made me hope, made me feel happy, made me feel great, especially because I almost took a game off Shadowhawk, which was pretty great. Man, I wanted Shadowhawk to 3-0 Ron so bad, because then I would have gotten to say I did like slightly better against Shadowhawk or / thank you, or like you're welcome for the warm up or something. I don't know. That matchup's so fucked. It's so fun. But it had me feeling great about New England, especially going into LMBM, which are we going to talk about that now?
Yeah, let's look ahead. We got a couple, I guess, one I forgot about, but 4 events before Genesis coming up. The first of which is going to be this weekend. It's Let's Make Big Moves over in New York City, and this one is going to be, it's definitely the most stacked of the ones coming up. We got a bunch of players. Noticing Animal not seeded top 8 might be a mistake.
Yeah, that's going to be a little crazy. Where's Animal?
Losing to Sly. Oh, Sly's coming out. And Sandstorm.
Yeah, none of those. I don't think either of those are confirmed. I think Sandstorm is probably favored slightly against Animal, but it's definitely doable. And I would say Animal is like favored against Sly, like pretty solidly. Yeah. So, oh man, this is, oh my god, it's gonna be so good. I'm like salivating like looking at this. There's so much to get into. We're gonna be there this weekend. You might see us rounding out that top 32 in the losers end or the winners, but I'm really excited. There's gonna be so many cool matchups projected to happen. I don't even know if Spargo's gonna like make it. Can we look at Spargo's bracket path real quick?
Yeah.
Just no, in pools.
Oh, you want to look through pools?
Yeah, I want to look at Spargo's pool.
He's got a pretty decent one.
Okay, yeah, he'll probably win.
Yeah,
all that,
and then goes to.
I believe in Glum, my Clarion Cord goat, but Spargo probably has got the edge there. But if Zeke can go game 5, then maybe Glum can beat Spargo. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll fucking see. But Spargo, I got a close eye on him. He's on fraud watch because he just hasn't played the game in so long. You might get boomed by a lot of changes.
Might get boomed because he doesn't know how to play against La Reina.
Stango Gek being projected is really awesome.
Oh, that's
those
so
two
high.
Are.
I mean, I don't know what fucking Stango's gonna play. Probably gonna play Loxodon.
Yeah, we don't even know. Yeah, probably Loxodon for this set. We don't even know if he's gonna go.
He played Claren in Wisely Wars.
Yeah, Claren in the Wisely Wars. He might go Crag. He might go.
He could go Ollie.
Lox. He might like Ollie is the character that he won with.
He might go Arcane.
Dude, he might go fucking. Now he won't go Raster because he knows Raster's bad. But man, I don't know. That's gonna be a great thing. And then right after that, or like right below it, is ZB Ranganshu, which is going to be an insane set. I think ZB is favored in that regard. Yeah. It's so like the seeding's so weird because a lot of these games, it's like if you look at the seeding like as a list, you're like, okay,
that makes sense.
Like it makes a lot of sense. And then you look at the bracket paths like matchup by matchup, and it's like, damn, it's like damn,
ZB's
it's
tough.
like holy shit. I think ZB is gonna do really well. I hope ZB does really well.
Dude,
I got
we haven't
ZB
had a
stocks.
major in so
Right?
long.
It's
I'm
been a
so
few months.
excited. I remember when it was like every episode we'd be talking about how this next event was like the most excited we've ever been for an event.
Yeah,
And now we're finally back.
you were so back.
So
Like this, oh, it's gonna be good.
who if you were a betting man, but you're not, you're a numbers guy. But numbers
Yeah.
can be involved in betting. Who
Yeah.
do you think has the best shot of taking this? Do you think it's Cake Assault? He's been
Can you
playing a lot
show
of RuneScape.
me? Can you show me Beastly's top 32 real quick?
Yeah. It had to be Hampolo, Spargo.
Okay. I think Stango's gonna win.
Okay.
Which is crazy because we don't know what character he's going.
Mhm.
But I think if he goes the characters that he truly believes are going to be the best for him,
yeah.
I think max potential Stango cleans up this tournament.
Okay. I like that take.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I really want Beastly to win. I think
it's
Beastly's
possible
been
for
playing
sure.
so good, and I think he's gone like game 5, like the last 3 times he's played Cake or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been so intense and he's been grinding so hard. I think he's got a great shot, but there's a lot of great players here. We're talking about Animal. Ant's gonna be here. BBats has yet to win an in-person major, won like 2 online.
Yeah.
I think he's got a really great shot here.
I think
that's gonna be sick.
we're looking. There's so many players that like if they catch their opponent on the right day or do the right thing, then they've got a serious shot, right? Like we're not going to sit here and pretend that ZB's for sure going to get 9th, right?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
That's really crazy. Billy could go all the way. Sandstorm is someone who I think could get top 3 for sure. I think he's seeded 4th, but I think he could. It's like I don't know if he's going to beat Cake Assault, but he's gotten so much better in these past few months that I think it's definitely possible. Stango's kind of weird because we don't know what character he's playing. Rungunchu is someone that is projected to make top 8, and I really hope like does well. I really hope Ron does well. If we get projected Rungunchu Spargo, that will be such a good set. That'll be really nice.
That would be great.
A run back from
Gommel?
Oh no, they didn't play. Yeah, Gommel. I was gonna say they played last LMBM, but that was Boyko and Spargo.
True.
And Boyko's also gonna be here
in
the top 32.
Did you get 9th? Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Boyko run gun. Oh my
Boyko
God.
switch. Oh,
Claren on
shit.
Claren violence.
Oh,
and switch
shit.
of course on that Galvin. We forgot to talk about that during the Sunset segment, but
yeah.
switch on the Galvin.
But here's the thing: Cheesy's gonna beat Switch because Cheesy Potato's been playing out of her goddamn mind. But here's the thing: Shadowhawk's gonna beat Cheesy Potato because they've had like 2 back-to-back game 5 sets the last couple times they've played, and Shadowhawk's the GOAT, but also Cheesy's the GOAT. So it's like, oh my God, it's such a weird.
And there's also some other sleep. We got Adam in here, great Edalist. I think he got 9th at Riptide. Phantom, the Slayer of Sandstorm.
I think Sly frees up Spargo if they play in losers 9th, but also I think that Animal beats Sly, so it's tough, so man. Weird, and everything could get flipped as if one upset happens, the whole bracket's flipped, everything's weird.
I think Animal's gonna beat Sandstorm.
Yeah,
I think
I would probably, if I put money on it, I would probably bet Animal, even if I think he doesn't have if he's not, I think maybe it's like 55-45 for Sandstorm. Sure. And then it's like BBats is coming in. He might be playing hot. BBats has those cake wins. So BBats could come in, beat Sandstorm or Animal or lose to them, or maybe beat Cake Assault after that. It's like, man, we just haven't had a tournament of this caliber in quite a few months.
No, we haven't.
God damn. It's going to be so sick.
Well, then just literally 2 days after, we're going to have another cash box as a last chance qualifier for Genesis. We got, pretty much everybody's, it's an online, everybody's pretty much playing in this. It's going to be on a Tuesday though, which is unfortunate, but they said, they want to avoid that in their, the Steam post about it.
Yeah.
So that'll be the second to last chance for people to get into the Genesis. And the last one is going to be Frosty Faustings, which is not quite as stacked as LMBN. We got Cake showing up. There's another.
Is Marlon going? Landon's going.
Marlon was not that I could see.
Okay.
We got Beastly coming, but some decent hitters. We got Godly, FPZ, Zach with the Q, Cheesy, Raven King.
Landon's gonna win this fucking tournament. I'm telling you.
Oh, Yoda Cage
straight up.
Mr. Watch and Learn.
Straight up.
Should be good. I didn't realize this is the first time I've been unable to scroll to get to Rivals on
Yeah.
the sidebar because there's so many goddamn events.
Yeah. This is a fighting game
Frosty.
tournament.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think you passed it. Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
There's a lot, man.
There's a lot of goddamn games.
And then another event that you'd be forgiven for missing, I only learned about it because of a Guthix tweet, is that there's the EU R2CS Finals online tournament happening over the same weekend as Frosty. And there's currently 26 entrants. But, it's the best of Europe to finish out their season. Not with an in-person major, unfortunately, but we do have Dia coming over, as well as Guthix, who's going to LMBN. Dia going to Genesis.
Yeah. That's gonna be great. I need Dia to do well at Genesis. I need it so bad. I need it so bad. Not even like like I don't even need a top 8. I need like a top 12. I need like a 9th for Dia.
9th would be sick.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that brings us to the gatherings. I don't have very many this time around. But some stuff we were talking about earlier with the C# Major 7, I guess is the full name. You're talking about adding some fun mechanics to Armando.
They're not even on a grid. They're just like wherever you are when you press the button. It fucking yeah.
We got someone who made playable Crag Rock, which you kind of just jump around.
I played some of this. It's very funny. You can't recover. If you go off the stage, you get thrown off like just exactly like a Crag Rock. Like there's no nothing. And the up B only, the up attack only goes straight up. So you can't and there's no ledge grab or anything. It's a little silly. It's a little bit silly sure.
Very silly. But that's what we love. This so Zeus held the Law Arena only version of the Goose's Loose, and Storm Rifle hit this nasty clip to win out Brands over Viviana.
Yeah. And the game can go right on and suck my whole meat for not purpling that. I'll be honest. Like, what are we talking about? Oh my god. It was hype. It's a very hype clip.
And the last clip, somehow, just the last one, is this one Billy Sporkin posted. I thought was so nice from it. We love to spork it here. We're sporking that shit.
Oh damn! Wait, you can nair into.
And then he air dodges back.
Nope, don't get to use the
W positioning.
Very nice from Billy. And that brings us, as it always does, to Mender's Medal.
Yeah. This is a pretty easy one. I just want to use this medal as a shout out to the members of the Aether Studios team who were recently laid off going into this year. There was in the blog post. I feel like there was a couple. I think there's a couple that didn't get named. I think there were 8 layoffs and they only named like 4 or 5. But people who have no doubt had a profound impact on this game that we all love and have dedicated much of our time to. And they say the hope is that, if everything goes to plan, if Workshop can get it, they can get Workshop as they like. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they named 6. They let go of 8 developers. Just cornerstones in the development of this game that we love. They say the plan is, if the plan pays off, it's in the bottom paragraph right there. They'd like to bring all of them back if possible. onto the team later this year. If things go according to, if the casual updates work out, if Workshop works out, gets in that nice spot. So I really hope that happens. I love the game. I hope the game does well. I hope those developers are able to find work in the meantime. It's sad news. It's sad news for sure.
It is.
But I do have confidence in the team going forward. I believe in Dan's vision, as we all do. I believe in Crag.
We believe in Crag. And isn't that what we're all here for?
That's all we're kind of here for.
All right, well, that's going to do it. Next episode, we're going to be recapping all the events we just previewed and previewing Genesis.
Oh, man. It's going to be a long one.
There's going to be a patch. It probably won't have much, but we'll talk about that too. Maybe we'll have some guests on. Maybe it'll be just us. Regardless, hope you stay tuned. And that's all we got.
No, see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.